What's up guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Chelsea, and if you're trying to lose weight on a plant-based diet or really any diet and you want to know what to eat to lose weight, then this is the channel for you. And as you can see, I am channeling my inner 90s kid that never wanted to grow up. We've got some wind going on. Check this out. It's a gnarly bruise. So I fell off my skateboard yesterday at the pump track. And it was not a fun time, but I was wearing a helmet. So moral of the story, wear your helmet. My head was protected and I am not brain damaged yet. So we just had a beautiful, huge bunch of groceries delivered. It's really common to have grocery delivery here in New Zealand. Let me know in the comments if that's common where you live. It's such a handy thing. So I thought I would show you what we've got, like what's some kind of staples for me on a healthy plant-based diet, and my child is screaming in the background as per usual. So let's get into the video. This is the awesome groceries that they just dropped off. I love that. So we use Countdown, and we've got this as well. Super handy. Lots of veg, lots of broccoli, soy milks. Ready to unpack. Okay, so this is the fruit that we've got. We've got some apples, bananas, a few strawberries, and then lots of frozen fruit. We've got staples, raspberries, blueberry and peach mix, more blueberries. I love these frozen cherries, passion beans, strawberries, passion fruit, and pineapples. Really nice. And more raspberries and more cherries. Riley, can you please help put these frozens away?
Let's get started.
Okay. Here's a little habits tip. Make your good habits easy and obvious. If you're wanting to get into the habit of snacking on more fruits and vegetables, put them in an easy to see place where when you're going past the kitchen every day and the counter, you're actually seeing them. Hide your things like your cookies and your lollies. Don't have them on your counter, because that's going to make it so much easier for you to reach them. It's going to trigger the craving for them. Have these on your bench. It's going to make it easier to reach for them. Okay, so that was our fruit. We did our fruit. Well done. And as you can see, we don't have like a ton of fresh fruit at the moment, just because it's kind of between seasons, but we got a lot of frozen fruit. Mainly going to use them for porridge and smoothies, eh?
Yeah.
Ow, this is flippins. Oh.
And I got these two.
You hurt yourself today too.
And also I've got it on my knee too.
Oh, we're all in the wars today. So we're going to do veggies now. Let's get all our veggies and we'll show what we get for the veggies.
That's quite a lot.
It's quite a lot. It's the biggest part.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay, so this is the veggie haul that we got from the supermarket. Got some kale, spinach, frozen mix. We've got quite a lot in the freezer. Mushrooms, which are quite expensive in New Zealand. We really only get these button mushrooms. And then broccoli, because broccoli's coming into season again.
Mummy
Onions,
loves broccoli.
potatoes. And then, of course, we have a million sweet potatoes. So we've got the Japanese sweet potato variety, which we call red kumara here.
All of us love it.
We all love it. And then we've also got the Beauregard kumara, which is your typical orange kind of kumara. That's the Japanese variety. These are delicious. And if you want to know the best way to cook them, then I've got a video all about the different varieties and how to cook the perfect sweet potato, so you can go and check that out. Another thing with buying this many vegetables is you might find it difficult to fit in your fridge. So what I do as soon as I get the broccoli is I rip it up into little florets, and then I put it into containers, and then that stores in my fridge really easily. Well done. That's looking really good. Are you eating kale?
She eats broccoli even raw.
She's a weirdie. Oh, real vegans. Okay, so that's this full, huge container now. So you can save these if you want. I'm not going to, because realistically I know I won't use them. It's not the battle that I want to fight right now. And that's how you fit 7 broccolis in a small fridge. made quite the mess, which quite often happens when you're getting kids to help you. So let's fit this in to the fridge. You can see there's a lot going on in here. Here we go. So we've got kale in there, celery, got some the spinach, I've got lettuce. That is basil, leftover soup, leftover sushi bowl stuff, coriander, what's that? More lettuce. And then broccoli in there so I can see everything at a glance, leftovers and things like that, and stuff that I use every day. And then in here, just to show you an idea of what this looks like, I've got lots of avocados in here. So I've got the avocados to keep them fresh, lots of cucumber in season, lots of carrots, some celery from the market, more cucumber, mushrooms, we've got some courgettes down there, and some capsicums as well, lots of ginger. Some parsnips, I need to actually use these. There are lots of veggies in this fridge.
We're the veggie family.
Veggie family. Okay, so we've done all the fresh ingredients and the frozens. Now we're going to do the dry ingredients. So I feel like the best thing about all of this shopping situation is that I didn't actually do it, because Nick is now the one in charge of all the shopping and doing shopping orders, which is really nice. So thank you, Nick. Thank you for buying us groceries for the week.
That's alright. Glad to be a functioning adult.
Are you though?
Not really.
What are you guys watching?
We are watching a video of an astronaut washing her hair
Oh,
in space.
wow. Okay, so this is the haul of stuff. I'm gonna go for it. So we always get oat milk, soy milk. I look for one without oil. This one actually does have oil, but it's not as much. We're not super pedantic about that, and the kids mainly have soy milk. I've got some dried dates, bliss balls. Our kids love these, and Nick loves these. Cocoa powder. Always get tons of olives. Veggie stock. Love this veggie stock. Date syrup, we put this on the kids' porridge in the mornings. I don't really eat that. Always got flax seeds to grind up, and cashews, rolled oats, some bread for school lunches. We always get this risotto rice for making cheetah's risotto in the pressure cooker. Oh, I see you got some chocolate drops. Yeah. I will not be eating those. And then tins of beans. We already had quite a lot of beans. Lots of tomatoes. Oh, more kidney beans. That's the dry haul. So while we're here, let's just have a little look at what's in the pantry and the kind of staples that I have. As you can see, I keep the more treat type stuff up there that I don't use very often. I'm going to put this up high where it's not super visible into my treats container. I'll put those chocolate chips up here. So I like to keep all of the like treat type stuff, there's some chips in there, up in a high part of my cupboard where I can't really think about them. I've got like all my lots of legumes and things in here, different types of packets, PB2 powder, which I love, and then this is like a mix for making khichdi, which is an Indian rice and dal dish, which I'm obsessed with. It's got lots of different types of lentils, all my condiments, not all my condiments, some of my condiments, and some crackers up there which I don't eat. Oils from like, this oil has been there for probably like 4 years. I probably should clean that, to be honest. Nuts, pastas, miscellaneous, some rice up there, packet rice, some sesame seeds and more crackers and things for the girls, seeds and stuff. I've got my rice noodles, oats, I think that's salt, just like random packets, pepper and steel cut oats. This is whole grain oats, black rice back there, and then stuff that the kids have on sandwiches like Marmite and peanut butter. This peanut butter is amazing. I don't eat it, but it is really yum. And then onions, garlic, and my million packets of seaweed, which I'm obsessed with. This seaweed, you can get it at your local Asian grocery, and I absolutely love it. It does have a little bit of oil, but I'm not worried. And then all my milks, mushrooms. It's my iced coffee back here. It's like iced coffee and kombucha squash. And then in here are my tins. So mostly tomatoes on that side, some corn, and then this is my beans, which someone commented like, do you eat legumes? I'm like, yes, I eat them pretty much every day. I don't know why that's not coming through. But yeah, chickpeas for hummus and curries, and then all, like, I put lentils and pasta. And then I always put beans in any kind of burrito mix. And then of course I just keep my sweet potato down on the ground like this. And I also keep potatoes and stuff in here. And then I've got my huge packets of rice and other stuff in there. You can see there's a lots of variety of frozen fruit in there, frozen vegetables as well. And then I've got this big pile of bags which I will recycle or give to my parents to burn in a bonfire. One of the things that I really like about Countdown is in New Zealand is that they always have these little incentives for kids. And so what this little promotion that they're doing at the moment is these little Lego brick people. So how about I divvy them up for you guys, okay? So it says the bricks are made from 80% recycled materials, and this packaging even looks recyclable. 100% recyclable packaging and products. Ooh, so that one's for you. And then they make them up to use with like
Tablets.
They like collect them and then use them. I love Lego for my kids. My kids use a Lego set that Nick had when he was a kid. Okay, so that's what's in my grocery order. That's kind of the staples that I get every week, and I also buy things from the market. What you're going to notice about my cupboard is it's pretty much whole foods. There's lots of beans, there's lots of things like whole grains, rices, lentils, and then lots of condiments in there as well, and then tons of veggies, and that's how I eat. I find that if I have a lot of processed food in my house, I'm more likely to eat it, so I like to keep that out, and I like to keep fruit and vegetables front of mind, in sight, so that I actually end up eating those like this. Like this just is unripe. Not bad for an unripe banana. Your environment really does shape your behavior. James Clear in the book Atomic Habits, which is one of the best books on habit change, hands down, talks about how environment is the hidden hand that shapes human behavior. And even tells a story in there of how easy it was to get people to drink more water in a cafeteria simply by putting water at different stations throughout the cafeteria. So if you want an easy way to change your habits, then look at how you can modify your environment to make good choices easier, and the choices that you're trying to avoid, or the habits that you're trying to avoid, harder. That's really how environment affects your choices. If it's not in your house, if it's not in your line of sight, you're much less likely to just go out to the shops to buy that than you are to just go to your freezer and grab the ice cream if it's there. And to see an example of what I mean by this and how environment shapes habits, then check out the video that I did up here about how to stop the craving cycle. And it's going to show you a little bit more in depth on that. Okay, so that's it from me. If you like this video, then consider subscribing. I want to hear in the comments though, what are the top 3 things that are always on your shopping list? Let me know in the comments, let's discuss, and I'll see you next week. Bye! It really is gnarly.